everybody. Welcome to this segment of AKT Celebrity Reads. I'm not going to stay that long. I'm just putting this message here because the fish are speaking to me. Now, I don't quite understand it all yet. That's why I'm not going to stay that long. I don't understand what it means, but I have to go with it. Okay. The Ring of Fire. The gosh, what is the other one that I'm dealing with? Is the Ring of Fire. These are in California. Let me look at it because I had seen it the other day. Yeah, it's 7 hot spots around the Ring of Fire, and that would be the Pacific Ocean. Ring of Fire. And then it's another one, just like when I was talking about the California connection the other day. And they also mentioned Melchizedek. Hold on, let me try, because I want to, let me try to look this up. Hey everybody, I love you. Thank you for being here and supporting me. Let's see, Ring of Fire, Earthquake Belt. I did that. Ring of Fire around, I think it's around Palisades, because I think something happened. Palisade, California. I want to have this on here. I forgot the name of it. Because it was, I think was it an earthquake in the past couple of days around that area, around Palisades? I'm trying to find out the part of the ocean, because the Ring of Fire is on one side, but then there's another ring of water that controls the tectonic plates. I think that's on the other side that I'm trying to get. Tectonic plates map. Okay, so there's a Pacific Ring of Fire. It's a horseshoe-shaped area around the Pacific Ocean that includes the tectonic plates that meet near California. This Ring of Fire is a ring of high seismic and volcanic activity. So that would deal with the Pacific Plate, the large plate that the Ring of Fire follows, the North American Plate, the plate that the Pacific Plate slides along the western coast of North America, Juan de Fuca Plate, a smaller plate that meets the Pacific Plate, Cocos Plate, a smaller plate that meets the Pacific Plate, Nazca Plate, a smaller plate that meets the Pacific Plate, and Philippine Plate, a smaller plate that meets the Pacific Plate. And we also are dealing with Asia as well. For some reason, I'm hearing Hawaii. The Ring of Fire is the source of about 90% of the world's earthquakes. It also is home to about 75% of the world's volcanoes. Yes, San Andreas Fault. San Andreas Fault, which runs through California, is one of the most active faults of the Rings of Fire. So we also need to look at San Andreas Fault. And Australia, because the Aborigines have been talking to me. Again, Georgia Jekyll Island, which would deal with the bankers and finance and houses and interest rates and control and collapses of them and taxes. The Federal Reserve. This is all going to tie into what's going on right now. These fishes are telling me, the Aboriginals are talking to me. The shark is 3 main ones that's mad right here. The shark is mad, goddammit. He been cussing about 2 days now. He's a cusser too. The shark, the whale, the dolphin. The dolphin talk shit, but he don't cuss like the shark. I got a big goddamn shark over here talking shit. I got the dolphin, and they so pretty. All of them are beautiful fish. It's real life fish. The dolphin is like, they like human. And the orca whale is like a human. That's a motherfucker right there too that's cussing, goddamn it. They up there tearing up shit. They already said they got drones of them, clones of them, but they inside the body. They showing me in California. They said it's been going on for years, as well as Asia. I said it's an Asian delicacy. They said humans and these Papua New Guinea, these black people on these islands, where you would see around these Pacific Islands where they said black folk don't live and don't go, and they hid them, and those are the original natives of the land. As well as, I don't know which ones, I have to check on to see where any Africans from any other African countries imported there, but these are black people that were the originators of that land. And in some parts of Asia that they don't want to admit that they've been hiding. They've been talking to me. The first one I got it from was the dolphin and the orca. Oh, God. The dolphin said that it has the God code in it like a human, and said it was a human. And some reptiles were human. And at one point in time, they were amphibious, like they could go from human, come up on the ground, change their damn fin to legs, and snakes could extend and had legs inside of them and walk around like men. And then when they want to go to the water and shift, they turn back into the reptile side, amphibian side, and had the leg go up and then open their gills up in their lung and they fin and swim, goddammit, and go down in the ocean, and said they are possessed. This dolphin told me right now it is possessed with black human souls in it and the genetic code. It is a God being, and it is connected to the constellations and the space, as well as the electromagnetic grids in space, in the air, and in the water, and in the ground. And so the military got bases down under the ground and watched them experiment on them and have created artificial intelligence in them. One of them I seen had a natural eye, and one of them I seen had a computer eye. They put chips on them that he said that he hated. And he hate these motherfuckers because he said they've been doing moon rituals for years, and showed me in Hollywood these celebrities. He said you can, well, a lot of these, because they have a soul, and them dolphins can feel pain and cry and telepathically connect to a human and connect to them in their sleep, or tell them black people, like thousands of years ago, when they come out there to the water to get them, they cry, they feel pain, bleeding. I don't know why I see blood in them. They're very compassionate human beings / goddammit fishes. They said they tied them humans be up there in groups. Some of them, because black people have been so close to them, and then other people in Asia mixed with black, or just Asians like taking over Hawaii. When you see the original queen and king of Hawaii in the original, they was black. But they went in there, took their land from them, and married into the family and whitewashed them. And some of the royals that they married woke up dead. Goddamn it! Then they whitewashed themselves in and took the land from the blacks, and then only made it what Asians are allowed on certain areas, and said this is the real Hawaiian. And I'm telling you that it's not. And if you don't believe me, which I always ask you not to believe me, go do your research. Just like this Native American you see with this white skin. This long, straight hair, that's not an indigenous person. They come over what? From like the Eskimo or the Bering Strait, and they're different groups. It's a separate group that came later. They Then they tell you a nigga, so you know you ain't got no Indian blood. You know your grandmama and them lied to you. So if you ain't on the dolls rolls and you ain't no 10 cent in there, you don't get your land, your money. Which they know that that's a goddamn lie. Even Columbus described the natives and they didn't look like that. That's in every country that they go to, and on every island you will see people of color with nappy hair or straight hair or wavy hair, so-called what you would see on so-called niggas. Then they import another race in or rape them, or if they don't want to get down for the get down, pimp up, hold down, they murder them, rape the men and the shivers, goddamn it, and then just repopulate with half-breeds. And you know, y'all just go study, cause I'm tired. And these are the ones that's talking to me, telling me the true history. This was what they said. This dolphin said that and said he had black souls in him. He said he got Asian souls in him, white souls in him, white men's in him, from the military, from people that some people truly love them of different races, but they want to, you know what? He showed me this white man and white woman. This dolphin had a romantic damn crush on him and wanna damn fuck the dolphin and had it in a cage underground and shit. And woman wanna fuck all on the, you know what? Dolphin said he didn't like it. He didn't want no damn white people pussy. He didn't want no human pussy. Because a lot of them are spiritual and high elevated. So they be eating them. He said humans eat them. The orca said they tired of them eating them and getting them dope and putting trackings on them and having them in labs and hooking electrodes up to them and genetically modifying them. And some of them have AI technology on them. Then put them back out there. He said them drugs all out there in that goddamn water. They babies sometimes are born dead or they born on dope. They on dope. Sometimes they get confused about where they going because of all the trash and the wires and all the shit and the plastic they got down in there, and they deliberately give them forever chemicals, the same thing they doing to humans. He said that's why we killing their ass, because he said they killed them. He showed me, he said they've been doing this for years in Hollywood. Take their testicle, take their womb, their baby, their vagina, open them up, take their organs out of them, and some of them are delicacies or aphrodisiac, from the orca, the dolphin, and the shark. See, they'll say that, we don't eat them and certain animals. That thing said there's a goddamn lie, because them celebrities, the more weirder the shit is, the more the delicacy the shit is, the more it make their dick hard. Say how they have them down on a big open table like a feast, just like Katy Perry and Marina Abramovich and these other celebrities. You see Beyonce and all them there with a cake shaped like a human, and they literally cannibalizing, symbolically cannibalizing. This is the same thing they do, have them there raw. He said a lot of them like to eat me raw, and I'm tired. He said we tired. He said they have done this to us for years because they know that some of them have black souls in them. They have human souls in these dolphins. This is how spiritually connected they were to the black and the Asian. The Asian have a special connection with them, and they like to eat them. And some of the Asians have a special connection to them because they won't tell you they got black in them. Huh? And yet it's a serious ritual for them to get power, and they do it on the moon cycle. The moon ritual. They have not eaten them every day in Hollywood. It's a certain day and a certain month on the calendar. He said you see them have these fish shops and these nail shop and shit. He said them the main one be doing it because they have the blessings in them, because they take that soul DNA, and also you have to deal with the soul DNA from the Africans in the Middle Passage that died out there, that were eaten by the shark. And so they would have black DNA in them.
because some of them were not speaking that language, just were not connected to fish. Every black person ain't connected to no fish, and deal with aquatics. Like we talking about them black people that can go and scuba dive deeper than or as deep as some of the ones with the scuba diving gear in the military, just straight out jump out their goddamn canoe they done damn cut off with some wood from a tree and dive down with nothing, no equipment. Them the kind that I'm talking about. They will speak to them and they know. And these things are heard about this shit and they're angry about it because they're showing me how they cut them. They're not completely dead when they cut them. And they're not cooked when they cut them. They have a way because they're so big. I don't know how they manage to sneak this shit in, but I guess, they got crews that work together and trucks and chains and hooks and, these machines that lift them up where nobody's going to tell, like a fish processing plant. That would be a good way, a seafood plant, to go through there. And they have these elaborate private underground parties that only these celebrities know about. And they do the rituals and call particular gods and spirits in there. See, this is going to be happening right now before Chinese New Year. Lord forgive me for saying that shit, goddammit. But, I never said this before. I ain't know until they just came in here and told me. They've been saying about 3 days. I'm mad. I'm talking about all that drug and coke and the water and the dirty shit they do to them. They say they have no respect for human life or animal life unless it's theirs. Unless it's what they want and bringing in this new agenda. I've seen this thing go. That's how the thing I was doing. That's how they goddamn it Orca I was doing and the shark I was doing. Because it's not a real eye. They done put AI tech in some of these goddamn it sharks. Remote control the shark and control the shark in the sky through NASA and a goddamn plane and a drone. That's what it said. It said they hate it. Because they know what it is. I seen them lay this one down on his back. They had it chained down and hooked down. Because those things are huge. Cut it open from the neck down and start dissecting it. And one of them like a baby or to start flipping up out of it. So that means it was a female. She's mad. Took that, kept it alive, but took it from her. She could feel and hear, and she knew everything that was going on, and just started slicing down through the organs, blood and shit, organs, every goddamn way. But they were very methodical about it. Okay, you're gonna take this part, you're gonna put this in the freezer, you're gonna hang that up, you're gonna keep the blood, you're gonna let it bleed out because I want that blood later to do something else with it. You're going to take the other one, and then we're gonna clean it, boil it, cook it, season it, freeze, dry it. And then you're going to pulverize that one because we're going to sell it in the shop as an aphrodisiac and they use a beauty product or something. It's so much, tissue and organs. They were saying some they keep and then they create other things out of it, but they like the blood. They're the blood-letting, blood-drinking vampire because certain ones have the name and the family line and a group of certain souls that's black. The blacker, the better. See, they act like they don't like black people fuck with them, but I'm telling you, the one they really like to get parts off of, like I told that Chinese man had that man dick. That man dick was real. He was real dark skin. It was a black dick on a goddamn white skin. He up there in the bed after the surgery, grinning like a motherfucker. Got a real black 10-inch dick on some Chinese white skin. That shit look crazy as hell. But he proud. You couldn't tell. He had interviews from magazine and shit and pull his damn cover open because he ain't had no drawers on. He wanted everybody to see what he was slanging, goddammit. I don't know who gonna let him get that to him because it ain't here. But it's here because they said the black man said it when he died he could have it. Okay. That's what they like. The deeper the melanin, that's what they want to consume. You can feel, hear, and sense these black souls. That's why I knew it was black. It's a black man, and one of them was Kadesh when the Aboriginal high priest came out that's in the ground in front of the fire. I started to talk to me. It's layers of these black souls. That's why I know that from the beginning of time, when these people could change from human to feminine, to fish, and fish to human anytime they want to. The original people on this planet had to be blue blacks that comes from ET that are not human, but that transcribe themselves into bodies, like through the stargates. I'm from Sirius. Those constellations are wide open right now, and there's going to be a war behind that. That's another reason that motherfucker's burning out there, because they told me that there's not the only city in the U.S. I said they do it, and they sell the parts in these Asian stores, and you don't know what it is, so you go in there, because you know they let black people shop in their store now and get their Chinese herb and shit. But they got something back there, and I'm hidden special, you know, on the rack that you don't know the name of and what the fucking ask for. Yeah, they'll let you buy shark cartilage, but it's another, that ain't the real dog that's in that little bottle. They got the other kind they know that has your soul that they use against you. You sitting there eating that. I'm not saying don't eat the food. I like the food. You know, I like the Chinese rice. I ain't really fucked with it in a while. I learned to cook my own, goddamn, because of what I know. But why do you think they like to cook your food? You don't know what they saying. You don't know what prayers they done. You really don't know where it come from. You don't know that they know who you are. And I'm not saying trust black folks, because they into the shit too. That's why I don't eat at all black people restaurant no goddamn more. I had to cook my own food after me being poisoned, almost dying. It's black folks that did that shit to me. You don't know what bloodline they have in them. Speaking of, let me get off of that. Let me tell you something right quick. Y'all, the ones that have exes that abuse you, that were narcissists, and you got children by them, or if you ever got pregnant by them, you had miscarriages by them, you had abortions by them, or they were just abusive to you and you were married to them, you might be going through a divorce or done divorce them, and they act like they want to be nice and be your friend. Them peoples is doing black magic on you. You don't need to take no gifts from them, no food from them, whatever gifts, whatever jewelry, you need to get it out your house. I don't care if you go pawn it. If you don't want to pawn it, you keep holding on to it and you're going to have some problems. Anything a dirty bitch that you was with, or a dirty nigga, and you already saw that they was very vindictive before you left them and doing treacherous shit before you completely left them or separated or divorced, they doing black magic. They don't want to see you do well. They don't want to see you have your house, have your money, be happy with another man, be happy with another woman. They don't planet shit around your house. They spying on you, listen. You need to change every goddamn thing and change your locks and get rid of all that shit out your house. It could be some shit in there you forgot that they gave you. Because see, even this nigga had came in here last year and gave me a 10 of goddamn it, damn German cookies, or Swedish cookies. The cookies he knew I liked. I love shortbread cookies. I thought about that the other night. I said, I don't give a fuck. I don't want no cookies from this nigga. I don't want no cherries, no Cheetos from this nigga. Because, see, people will sit there and curse food. And they already been dirty to you. And ever since I know the nigga, you know, other than the first few years, they were great. And then after 2, 3, 4 years, the nigga went downhill. He's a treacherous, dirty, old, grasshopper-looking motherfucker ever since. So, you know, I thought about that shit. And I have to look through here because it's probably shit I forgot. That I got to clean house and get his shit out of here, because people will curse things, throw them in your yard, or dig in your yard when you're not home, or when you're not fucking looking, or give you a gift, or bring you a plate of food, and they have cursed it. To curse your pussy, to curse your dick, to curse your money, and look around your house to see what's going on since you got them to fuck up out of there. Try to monitor and put cameras around there that you can't see, to see if they can undercover listen behind your back, because they know you're not going to let their friends or relatives, nobody in your house no more, to see if they can catch you moving on and happy and fucking, which is natural and what you're supposed to do. Because you'd be a fool if you would go back to somebody. These people are getting readings on you, remote viewing you, monitoring spirits on you. Y'all, you know, it's flies, gnats, some you can't get rid of, goddamn it. Some kind of animal keep coming around there. You don't like it, you don't want the animal, you don't know the animal. They're trying to know your goddamn ass. Some neighbor, somebody be nice to you. That's somebody they done hooked up with, goddamn it. Y'all need to do more spiritual warfare, more uncrossing, and psychic self-defense. Because as you uncross, you're going to have to keep doing it, because they keep trying to cross. Keep trying to cross you. Keep trying to pay somebody to do it. Sit up, on the full moon the other night. After I got off that phone and them stupid motherfucking bitches tried to come over here and argue with me the other night. And like I said what the fuck I said. I ain't finna argue with no motherfucking black bitch because I'm tired of this shit. You said I did something and I broke the law. The only thing I want to hear at this point is that you finna send me a subpoena. Because all that rah-rah and that janky shit and trying to distract me and make me get out of character and try to make it look like something's wrong with me and provoking me, I'm not finna do that. No motherfucking mom. I got too old for that motherfucking shit. And I'm tired of black bitches that want to do shit like that. So if you got a problem with me, you got a problem with a video that I made, I know the video I made or whatever videos I made. I know I'm telling the truth. And I'm not talking about a reading. I'm not talking about I seen something in the spirit. I'm talking about really me, you in a 3D, something you really did to me, something you really said to me. And I know it's true. If I know it's true, I'm not going to fucking take it down. If I know you've been slandering me and lying on me, I'm definitely not taking it down. What I would rather you do, and to me the best thing to do and the most grown-up thing to do, is take me to court. All that other shit, I'm not doing. Getting on here, well, bitch, you said this, I don't have time for it. Let's do this like grown women. Because the women that are coming over here and accusing me of this shit are older than me. And they'll sit up here and lie on me where they want to be on the top and they want to be seen with celebrities and come out as if they are the most powerful spiritual gurus in the world. But then you want to try to trash me and you hanging with the celebrities. So instead of being out there with a water hose and a bucket and a bag of Cheetos and some ribs and stuff to feed them peoples out there and help them celebrities out there that losing their goddamn house, y'all want to come over here and try to provoke me to get out of character? No, I'm not taking down what I said, especially if I know I'm telling the truth, until you get a court order. These different people, and these have been people that have been doing this for 10, 15, almost 20 fucking years, wishing death on me, still trying to take me out, and you still want to argue with me, and you don't have a legitimate argument with me because I haven't done anything to anybody. So at this point, if it's not legal, and it's not a legal brief, and your lawyer is not presenting an argument in a court of law, I'm not going to argue with anyone, a stupid black bitch. Because that's all it is black bitches doing this that are old enough to be my motherfucking mama. That's doing it in their 70s, almost 80 years old. And I'm over here minding my business, just doing what I believe God wants me to do. You will not see me do this. Y'all that's on here and listening right now, you will not see me get into arguments and wars going back and forth with some damn jaw janking and arguments and accusations. I want to see a judge. To me, that's what grown women do. If you're serious and somebody hurt you and they slandered you and they lied on you with their mouth, and you're a grown woman and you deal with all these celebrities and you're on TV and you get this attention, why would y'all bring y'all old ass, older than me, over here and want to provoke me into whatever the fuck this is? Because you don't like me and you're trying to destroy my character. Like you have done for 20 years and you still have not been able to do it, and take my life and wish death on me, and you still haven't been able to do it. I'm not going to participate in this. If it's not legal, you won't see me in a back and forth with a dumb bitch or a dumbass nigga on the internet or nowhere else. I'm not camming up for this shit. To me, that's what really determines who has integrity and who doesn't. Who is lying and who's not. Who's telling the truth and who's not. Who has evidence to justify the high school attacks on another woman that is minding her business, and to be able to show concrete evidence that I am what you said. See, I want to see this. And I noticed that this happened on the 13th. So them black bitches came over here, came in my chat to try to cast spells to destroy me and destroy my livelihood on Monday for the full moon on the 13th, and then go back and do spells all night. I know because I saw it and I know who did it, and I saw my ex in it. That's why I'm warning you all, because it's also y'all goddamn ass too. If you're full of light and you have a heavy mission, the spirits or your mama or people can sick a motherfucker, or a demon can follow you throughout lifetimes, get in a body and get on you to pretend they love you, marry you, fuck you, and then fuck your world up because they fucking jealous of you. And it's a psychotic, sociopath, narcissistic, demonic motherfucker. You have to be able to recognize it. And when I saw that, because I'm like, they hadn't been over here since last year, but you come thinking y'all gonna try to, I don't know, it's so many people that tried to kill me. This is what they did. I know this is what they did because I saw it all Monday night, the full moon. That's when they did it. And I'm sure that I'm not the only one. They did it to y'all too. Some of you have the same demonic entities, and then they keep coming back, dirty black bitches that want to get you out of character because it's what they used to do, or you used to fall for that shit and get in that shit, and you haven't even done anything wrong. They'll make up shit and say you did that you didn't even do, trying to build someone else up bigger than you. But if you're bigger than me, why would you try to destroy me? Why would you even think of me, let alone me? So I'm not going to be emotionally bound or attached to these things. I'd rather be dealt with in a court of law. If you're not doing that, I'm not going to have any emotional attachments to this shit, because I knew that that was a psychic attack on me because of the day and the time that these bitches did it. And niggas too. I saw niggas too. And that's why I'm warning you, because I was told to give you the same information because I saw it happening to a lot of you. Hey, J Love. Hey, Toretta. Hey, Lenora. Hey, Chlorine 46. Hey, Monty B. Hey, Guided Angel. Hey, L. Benjamin. Her Fix. Hi, Najee. Hi, Mookie. Please forgive me if I mispronounce name. Hey, Rachel. Hey, Reiki Love. Hey, Shiva. Hey, Gwendolyn. Hey, Latoya. Hey, Diva. Hey, Mind Minds. Hey, Mystic Mars. Hey, Sugar. Hi, Domo. Hi, Lamore. Daviva. Hi, Aaliyah. Hi, Ms. Please forgive me if I mispronounce your name. I don't mean to. You said the dolphin world circle around the mother while in labor, which would bring down the pain and distress of the mother and the child. The children would also become very aligned spiritually and very smart. Yes, and they have humans that can feel. They even have white scientists and white people that can tap into them and that can feel them. Or anybody have mixed blood, but definitely the black. And see, that's what I'm telling you. They separate them when they have them in these labs, and they have the electrodes connected to them, and they keep the baby, they raise it separately, they kill the babies, they have rituals in California. They have big days of feasts where they have to have the dolphin, the orca, and the whale. But that orca, I don't know, it's so pretty. For some reason, that orca and that whale. Now, I know they do the shark, but them the two that kept telling me, sometimes they close, they work together, they pass messages. I know so I don't know. I could be wrong. I'm sure all three of them work together, but the shark, the dolphin, and the dolphin and the orca looked like they had a different kind of bond or something to them.
But they separate them when they want to do shit like what I told you. It was brutal because the orcas couldn't help themselves. The dolphins couldn't help themselves when they land up there on the table, and you got these Asian, these black people. I seen this lady face just as clear. I know that they said they've been doing them like this for maybe I'd say hundreds of years, but it could be thousands. Where they have done this, where they invaded areas with so-called black, and on the island they've been doing this here, and black people have ate them too. All of them are not good, all of them not spiritual. They have done violations against them too. But sometimes one of the orcas and dolphins just said that it actually sacrificed itself to save their life. So it wasn't always for the same intention. But then some of them is real dirty blacks that did that shit. That and ate their flesh. They letting me see this. This is going on for a long time on these islands and where these wealthy people on the island. You don't know what the fuck they eating over there. And what they have an import of. But he kept saying California royalty, which would be celebrities and the ones above them. This is what they've done. And they have them in these shows. And in these shops where you can order them and eat it and actually be a part. When you say I seen that movie. That movie is the truth. What movie y'all talking about? Said a whale end up falling for a white lady because she getting them off, and god damn, saying it meant nothing. Yeah, they go with them. They think they can go with every animal, every human on the planet and dominate and control them. But of course, if you stimulate anybody, that doesn't mean, or you stimulate a child, they're going to become aroused. It don't mean they like you or fall in love with you, but it gets confusing because they may, because you're dealing with the senses of the body. And that's what he said. They had done that to a lot of them. That's like a thing for them to say they go with a certain animal or god damn. And they're very enraged about this here. Maybe we might hear on the news some more things they have done to lash out the best they can. But then they're trying to control some of them because they got chips in them. They have AI technology in them. Just like it's a half human and an android. Some of these animals, they can program them to attack people. They can program them sharks to see somebody and the shark be swimming around or mind his business and all of a sudden go bite his whole fucking legs and torso and shit off. But no, and not even provoke. Do that shit. You don't know where the drone at. The operator that put it on the motherfucker, because it's got electrodes and chips in there to control it. That's what I'm telling you, they told me. And it's a God code and a genius code and a number in it. I don't know. Maybe I'm not. You said whale riders about the Maori indigenous people. Who are they, babe? Who is the Maori indigenous? Because I bet you that's the ones they're connected to, only indigenous tribes, where they get this knowledge and where they are the keepers of the knowledge. The dolphins are highly respected and worshipped by certain tribes, and really to eat them is an abomination. But they will do this, is what they telling me, they will do this because they collect black folks' souls. And the souls of babies and Asian people and some Europeans too that did not hate black people, did not want to suppress them, that might have mixed with them or been their lovers or been in love with them. They then carry them inside of their body once they consume the flesh, and they do a certain moonlight ritual. Full moon ritual. You know, I want y'all to watch it because you see now I'm not lying, because you go back and listen to the video the other day. That was on the 13th of full moon. Watch it when people come back into your life trying to start shit with you. Okay? Look at the date, look at the time, look at the position of the moon. Either it's full, or look at if it's waning, waxing down to do mischievous, dirty shit. Or look at if it's growing to be full. When they come to do shit to you or start shit with you, and you mind your own business, to throw you off balance, get you emotional so they can swoop a fucking spell in. Swoop a goddamn cursing. See, that's when I start peeping, and that's why you heard me tell her, look, anything you got to say to me, you need to go on and say that to a judge, bitch. You just need to go and get the subpoena on that, because you're not finna get nothing else out of me, bitch, because I see what the fuck this is. And I know you're a lying bitch. Especially the shit you say about my pussy, bitch. And fucking niggas. I know that's a goddamn lie, bitch. And I'm willing to stand in open court, bitch, and have you subpoena my records, bitch. To show that shit. Now I don't know, but I think about it. I don't really give a fuck. I embrace my pussy now. I love it. I stand at 160 degrees, 360 degrees of motherfucking vagina ball, bitch, on all 10. But that don't mean that I go around and sleep with every goddamn man. I embrace it. The hoe, the slut, whatever you want to call me, I embrace all that. Because I've been hearing that since I was 4 or 5 by my own fucking mama, and that don't hurt my feelings. I embrace whatever you said it is. See, some people just have that spirit on them, where they have a seductress spirit or sensual or sexy spirit where you want to fuck on them. And you look at them and you like your dick get hard, your pussy start leaking for them. And then instead of just accepting that's just the way that person was born with them spirits on them like that, just because you see that on them, now that means they a hoe and anybody can fuck on them. Now, at my age, I still don't know why women would have discussions about my hoe. I mean, I don't even sit up and talk about it every day, goddamn, but I have to look at it and watch it. I mean, but at my age, like, who would give a fuck what I'm doing with my hoe or who I'm throwing my pussy to? I just don't. I don't get it. I don't sit up and talk about other women that I think are attractive and got a sex spirit on them, where if they wanted to be a hoe and make a lot of money, they could, because they just sensual as fuck. Some people, some boys are sensual as fuck. That's how they born and had that blessing, that special something about them. And they might be physically good looking and talented on top of it. They can't fucking help that. But do that mean that they fuck everybody? No. It doesn't. So I'm just like, why, where, since I all I can do is drink some water, because I just don't know what to say. I, it makes sense. Miss Rail 161. Yes, Miss Gold. Thank you. You just pulled it out my mouth or I could goddamn say it. It makes sense. Because there's a reason why you would look at someone. But me though? Out of all people, me? I was talking about what my whole do and who do it to it and all. This shit just wow, man. And I want to see that on paper. That's why I'm not taking it down, because I want to see that on paper. That I did what she said I did. And what all these other people said I did. That I have a ravenous sexual appetite and I fuck a lot of niggas. I want evidence on that shit because I'm here by myself. By choice, not because I have to be. Y'all don't know. Irish don't discuss it. Y'all don't know the shit I go through, because I still get propositioned. And I just try to diffuse it in a nice way. And if I cannot diffuse it from different niggas, I just stop talking to them. I unfollow them. If you don't stop doing it, I just block them. So that's one thing I don't have no problem getting. I'm totally shocked. But at this point in my life, I still don't have problems getting that. If that's what I want, that's the spirits are on me. Do not allow me to live that way. That's why I want the proof. And that's why I want to see that in court. Because I know I don't do that. And I know I didn't do that. Yes, when people talk against you with their mouth, that is a spiritual attack as well. And to say filthy shit like that. They said they jealous girl, you wouldn't want to be flattered. No, I'm not. I'm not upset about it anymore. See, that's you. We see this differently now. I'm not gonna spend my life being offended because somebody called me a hoe and say I like to fuck. Because fucking is something natural that you do. And I know whenever one woman says it about another woman, that means that lady is sensual to you. She's sexy, she's attractive to you, and you know that nigga still want to stick a dick in her. That's what you're saying. So it doesn't upset me anymore because I know the depth of it, and it's jealousy. And you're trying to destroy the character of someone and then build up the character of your spiritual leader. That clearly ain't all that because you wouldn't have to do it. So me and you see it differently now, honey. I'm not gonna waste no more moments being depressed about nobody saying nothing like that. I'm not gonna break into no tears. It doesn't even bother me when my mother said it. I made peace with it because I know what it means. And I know, and it's not a bad thing for people to call you sexy or niggas want to give you some dick. It's a beautiful thing. But you have to use discernment and discretion. And there are certain niggas you don't let get near you and play in your pussy like that. Play in your mind like that. And have no boundaries, especially if all they want to do to you. Now that's not beautiful because they have really fucked up and lascivious ideas about you. And that's all they want to do. And that's never something I said that you should do. Unless that's what you want, but it ain't what I want and it ain't what I do. But to be considered attractive to men and for men to think of you as sensual and sexy to them around, I don't have anything bad to say about that. What makes it something bad and fucked up is your intentions and their intentions and where you let that go and where you don't let that go. And see, I don't let that go those kind of places because I don't live that lifestyle. I don't live a promiscuous lifestyle. I don't sleep with different men. I've been celibate for a long time. And see, that's really another reason, too, why I'd rather be taken into court. Because I know what she's saying is not true. So that's what I'm going to wait on. But to be upset because someone says sexual things about me, yeah, I don't like you lying. But to say it, I know where the motivation comes from. So if y'all want to get mad and spend time, wait, because they're not going to stop doing it. They're not going to stop saying it. So if you get upset because of a God given energy that you were given and that says, hey, this person is something about this person. They have an it factor on them and they're attractive and they're sensual. There's just something about them that draws me in. And I think they're beautiful, whether you're a woman said about a woman or a man said about a man, because I love it when women compliment me and I don't think they're gay. I don't. I don't care if you are. If you think I'm fine and you think I'm attractive, you a fucking bulldiker, then I just got a beautiful compliment from a fucking bulldiker. Long as you don't do or say what I don't want you to do, we cool. I don't care where the compliment comes from. Male or female. That's not gonna make me upset and attack the person. But when women like that do that to you to try to destroy you, they're not gonna stop talking. So it would behoove you, if you want to continue to rise in your elevation and be a beautiful woman and to be a sensual woman and build on that energy, not to keep getting angry every time someone says that and then pop off and you got something to say about this shit. That means you haven't grown and you really don't see the root of that person's pain. Because when somebody keeps saying that, they're in pain and they jealous of you. And they feel like you have something that they don't. And if you keep opening your energy to them, you keep being emotional, you open yourself up to be cursed and fucked up. You have to let people be themselves and be where they are. And if they keep fucking with you, then you deal with it on a non-emotional level, which is a legal level. And you keep it moving. At least you do what you want. But I learned over the years that doesn't work. Because the person has a wound in them that clearly you don't know about that makes them want to do that to you. And God knows whoever else they've done it to. Because they don't feel beautiful. They don't feel sensual. Ain't nobody looking at them. Ain't nobody talking about they hole or what they want to do to they hole. You know what I'm saying? Which is the root of their soul and tap into V power or P power. Okay. Yes, girl. Love that sensual energy. Love that freaky energy you give it off. Love that sexual energy. Stat hit it. Stat on it. Walk in it. You ain't got to let nobody touch you because you got that energy. Be proud of that energy because usually if you look back, it's either your mama or your daddy got that energy. And it probably runs through your family on one side of your family. The people are pretty and they're sexy. They have that it factor and they're very sensual. Look and you will see, unless you know, oh, that's my mama, that's my daddy, and my mother and my father happen to have both of them. And I know my daddy was a sex god. You can see the way my daddy throw his dick and dance on stage. And women throwing panties and he had babies all over the place. I'm glad I inherited that. And now I hate that it's later in my life, but thank God I just accepted it, and I'm embracing it, owning it, because it doesn't mean you're a whore, especially if you're not having sex with different people. That energy is beautiful. That spiritual sexual energy is beautiful. If you want to, let's say you want to be a salesperson, let's say you work in sales and you have to sell products and you have to attract people that like you, look at the people that are the most liked and make the most sales. It's usually something magnetic and electric about their personality. They might not be that physically good looking in the face, but their personality, they created a charm. The way they talk and handle themselves, the way they dress, the way they smell. People are like, you know what? I want her or I want him. And they could be fat, they could be skinny. They ain't even got to be all that fine. It's because it comes from first within them. And you're like, I don't know what it is. He's not physically attractive, but this nigga sexy than a motherfucker. I want him. I want to buy my stuff from him, or I want him to be on the delivery truck. What time they come around here? I even saw a trash man that came around here. Women were in love with the trash man. Niggas was in love with the trash man. It was one particular guy because he was so pretty. When I say pretty, I could tell he was gay. But he was handsome. He had his head shaved like Mr. Clean. He had an earring, a big old earring on each side, a flawless smile. He smiled, his whole face lit up. And even though he was picking up that stinking trash, and the other niggas was with him picking up the stinking trash, women were coming out and giving him the trash. Speaking of him, they want to know his route, his day, and his time because he was so beautiful internally, and it just exuded out, and he was physically beautiful. And people are drawn to that energy. Please, the ones that are ready to grow up and grow, don't get mad about that energy you have. Don't squash it. Don't try to push it down. Don't try to argue. Don't try to, I'm not, but I don't, but I ain't. Okay. Because that's going to bind you up. And it just makes the other person laugh because they're jealous of you and they don't like you because you got it and they don't. Okay. But that don't mean that you open your ass and clap your ass cheeks for every dick that comes by. Okay. You can use that energy to sell, but you can't sell if you cannot attract. And whatever you're giving off, nobody wants because it's not pleasant and it doesn't make them feel good. It's not central. Do you see what I'm saying? You just transmute the energy. Instead of trying to suppress it because somebody said you're a whore and you look like a whore and you talk like a whore. You see what I'm saying? I mean, you have to look at the motivation of the people. Yes, it can be that, but still you're dealing with your 7 chakras. And that's who you're made of if you're lucky enough to be born with that swag like that. And then you develop it. You just naturally have it. If you want to get things done, it would help you if you had that type of personality and energy where you are comfortable in being born just swagged out like that. You don't have to touch anybody. Nobody has to touch you. You just direct your chakras, that's all. You pull it up if you're not having sex. And you transmute it through the 7 chakras and then you bring it back down and into the earth. Up and down, up and down. Anyway, I'm tired. I don't talk about this anymore. I just want to share with you. Because I don't want you to walk around all those years like I did. And being so hurt and heartbroken and trying to suppress it because somebody said you're a whore and you know you're not. They don't even know you. They ain't never met you. And they're saying this shit. They're trying to destroy your character because of jealousy and competition. No, I've never heard chastity is better for talking to spirits. That's your choice because I never had to do anything like that. I have spirits I listen to and I live the way they tell me to. I do what they tell me to do. And that's one thing in my life that I'm not allowed to do. Lay with a different men's like that. Lay around, let niggas come lay in my ass like that and casual sex and all those things. I'm not allowed to do that. And that has nothing to do with my site. Because clearly you don't know me and you don't know my story. I was born like this, seeing as a child, 5, 6, 7 years old. Don't know what sex is. But that would be your choice if that's what you want to do. Yes, Leonardo da Vinci. That's right. And that's all it is. And you'd be surprised because it's in the spiritual community and conscious community. These are the ones that were over here doing it the other day. They're supposed to be so righteous and spiritual. And in the con science community, that's where they were doing it from. See, that's why I fuck with people in the spiritual community, because those are the ones that are main ones. They want to be the only one that shine. They want to be the only ones that have a gift. They want to be the only ones that recognition. And they see you're more talented than them and that you can beat them. They'll do everything they can to isolate you and destroy you and cut off your resources and do blackmail. Those are the ones that do blackmail and do a lot of black magic and death spells on people that are more talented than them. The spiritual community. That psychic community, which is why I stay away from it. But they keep their eyes on me though. I love you all. I'll talk to you soon. I'm sorry the Cash App does not work. It goes in and out, off and on. I have the Zelle, I have the PayPal. People that don't have bank accounts don't want to deal with the Zelle. I don't know what to tell you. Don't want to deal with PayPal either. Don't know what to tell you. That means you don't want to do it. Because there's been people on here that don't even use those, but they find out how to use them because I didn't have a Cash App that was working at this time. And then people want to report it and say I stole from them, and I never stole from anybody. Constantly like trying to mess up my money or stop me, but say I have other avenues for it. So that's why I said I only deal with bosses, because if men and women really want to support you, they will use the method of donation that's available, and it won't be any excuses. So I'll leave that up to you all. Love you. Talk to you soon.